Hi girls, this is a short little video on getting started on your shade drawing. We've got to start by making some really simple marks and be prepared to erase as much as you draw. We already talked about making sure, thinking about where you place each object so you can fit everything on the paper. I'm going to start with the egg and then place the bowl after that in relationship to the egg. And at first, it's not just like I'm going to do some kind of contour line drawing of an egg. I'm going to mark out, about how big I think I want the egg to be. I think I'd like the egg to be about, I don't know if you can see it. I think I'd like the egg to be about that big. And if I'm not sure if that's too big or too small, I can go over here to the screen and really easily, like with my fingers even, you could do it with a ruler or your fingers and just pinch that egg and say to myself, okay, well, that's one egg. 2 eggs is like the bottom of the bowl. 3 eggs is like the shadow. So if I come back here to the dashes that I made on the paper, and I'd be like, okay, here's what I was thinking. 1 egg over is like basically the bottom of the bowl. 2 eggs over is like the shadow area of the bowl. Could end up somewhere like that. So good. Yay, everything's going to fit. If I wanted to see how tall, I could take that egg again and go like, okay, I'm going to turn it on its end. So I'm going to take it this way, and then I'm going to count up like from the lowest point. 1, 2 eggs high is, as high as the still life is going to be. So here I'm going back to my paper. About 1, 2. So the whole still life is going to fit like right in that little area. Since it's only 2 objects, it's not hard to make sure they fit on the page. But I don't like to do it too small because that's boring and harder to draw, actually. The other thing is, what was I going to say? Keeping your marks nice and light. You don't want to put the lowest object, which is the egg. Remember, we did this in the last video where you check to see what's the lowest point. The lowest point is that point of the egg, not the whole egg, just that one little edge of the egg, lowest point. The lowest point of the bowl is not much above that. The highest point of the whole still life is the back of the bowl. The widest point on this side is the edge of the egg, and the widest point over here is the bowl, or even you could say the edge of the shadow out there. So you don't want to put your objects too close to the bottom of the page because it's uncomfortable to draw. It makes the composition uninteresting to look at if everything's kind of like squished. It looks like it's almost squished at the bottom. I moved it up a little bit, and I'm starting to think about really lightly the contour of that egg. The lowest point of the egg is like right here. So it's not over here, it's not out there. It's like it touches like right at this, about 1/3 of the way the length of the egg is where the lowest point is. And then the highest point of the egg is not like right in the center. So if I'm going straight across with the ruler, you can see the highest point of the egg is over here, not like in the center and not over here. So the highest point's going to be out here, about 1/3, maybe 1/3 the way in from this side. So just knowing that's the highest point, and then that low point, farthest left side. So my lines are very sketchy. They're very loose. It's not a heavy contour line drawing at all. It's just a light dashed mark, and I'm going to use that as a reference for placing the bowl.